In a quiet Vermont town, the gay friendship of Lucas and Logan is threatened by a deep secret. When a charming and mysterious newcomer, Jordan, enters the picture, their relationship is thrown into dangerous turmoil. Jordan not only exposes terrifying secrets but also sets off a dangerous psychological game. As conflicts escalate, unimaginable tragedy awaits. Can love and trust survive the storm? Lucas and Logan grew up together. Their friendship was not only a bond between two friends but also an important part of each person's life. They went through their youth, sharing all the joys, sorrows, and even the deepest secrets. But while Logan only considered Lucas a close friend, for Lucas, his feelings for Logan had long since crossed the line of friendship. Lucas is a quiet, reserved man and always looking for stability in life. He works as a software engineer, a job that requires concentration and meticulousness, which is completely suitable for his personality. But beneath that calm exterior are the hidden waves of unrequited love. Every time Lucas sees Logan, his heart aches with emotions that he never dares to express. Lucas knows that if he speaks out, he might lose this precious friendship, and so he chooses to remain silent, hides his feelings, and continues to live with the silent pain. Logan, on the other hand, is a lively, energetic person who is always eager for new experiences. As a freelance writer, Logan is constantly on the go, looking for inspiration for his stories. Logan's life is a series of constant adventures, fleeting relationships, and he never stops to think about anything for too long. Logan is unaware of Lucas' feelings for him, and he still considers Lucas his best friend, someone who is always there for him when he needs him. Their lives continue like this until one day, when Logan meets Emily, a beautiful and intelligent girl at a charity party. Emily's charm quickly captivates Logan, and soon they start dating. Logan, as usual, enjoys the new moments of his relationship with Emily, while Lucas on the sidelines can only silently observe and endure. Every time Logan talks about Emily, Lucas feels like his heart is being torn apart. Simmering jealousy, coupled with the pain of unrequited love, sends Lucas into a spiral of insecurity and misery. As time went on, Lucas's tolerance became more and more difficult. He began to feel that he could no longer maintain this friendship if he had to watch Logan happy with someone else. Lucas's emotions became confused. He not only felt jealous but also angry with himself for letting this feeling develop too far. Lucas knew that he needed to do something, needed to face his feelings. Otherwise, he would be stuck in this vicious cycle forever. After some time of thinking, Lucas decided that he could not continue like this. He realized that he could not keep his feelings hidden forever and hoped that everything would go away naturally. Lucas began to avoid meeting Logan, no longer participating in common activities like before. Logan, although not understanding the reason, also felt the growing distance between them. This made Logan worried, but he could not explain the change in Lucas's attitude. Meanwhile, Logan also begins to realize that his relationship with Emily is not quite what he expected. Although Emily is a wonderful woman, Logan feels that something is missing. Every time he is with Emily, he thinks about Lucas, about the moments they have shared together. Logan begins to realize that he has never been able to find the same deep connection with Lucas with anyone else. Eventually, Logan decides to break up with Emily. He knows that he cannot continue this relationship because it does not bring him a feeling of fulfillment. After breaking up with Emily, Logan realizes that the person he really needs is Lucas. The feelings that Logan had forgotten or ignored are now clearer than ever. He realizes that their relationship is more than just friendship, but in the end, Logan comes to Lucas with a clear heart about what he wants. He is ready to face the truth and enter a new relationship, one that goes beyond friendship. Lucas, despite having gone through a lot of pain, feels like a huge burden has been lifted when he realizes that his feelings are reciprocated. The two enter a new chapter of their lives, where love and friendship intertwine. They know that the road ahead will not be easy, but at least they have dared to face their true feelings and are ready to take on any challenges that life may bring. As Lucas and Logan's relationship deepens, another pressure begins to appear, pressure from both their families. Both Lucas and Logan come from conservative families that value family. This makes it more difficult than ever to hide their relationship. The Lucas family is a typical Vermont family, where traditional values are paramount. His parents are conservative, always wanting their son to have a stable life, marry a good woman, and have children to carry on the family line. They constantly remind Lucas of his family responsibilities and the importance of maintaining the family name. Family meetings where everyone talks about future plans put even more pressure on Lucas. He knows that if they find out about his relationship with Logan, it will be a huge shock. His parents will never accept the truth, and Lucas fears that he will be pushed out of the family, losing the support and love he has always cherished. Logan, despite his free and easy appearance, is not free from the constraints of his family. His family is no different from Lucas's, with great expectations for his career and personal life. Logan's parents always hoped that their son would find a suitable woman, get married, and settle down. Every time Logan met his family, he was faced with constant questions about love and marriage, about when he would settle down. At times like these, Logan felt a heavy pressure, wanting to be true to himself, but not wanting to disappoint his family. The pressure from their families not only affected their psychology, but also made it more difficult to keep their relationship a secret. Every time there was a family event or meeting, both Lucas and Logan had to pretend that there was nothing special between them. The furtive glances, the awkward silences when someone mentioned marriage, all made them feel like they were living in a trap with no way out. Lucas especially felt tired when facing his mother, who always wanted a perfect wedding for her son. Every time Lucas visited home, his mother tried to arrange meetings with girls she thought were suitable. Lucas could not tell his mother the truth, and this made him feel like he was deceiving everyone, from his family to himself. This conflict made Lucas's psychology even heavier, and sometimes he wondered if he had enough strength to continue hiding it like this. Logan, although stronger in dealing with pressure, cannot avoid feeling stuck at times. He loves Lucas and wants to be true to his feelings, but he also understands that making this relationship public will cause a great shock to both families. Logan often has to restrain his true feelings when he is with his family, and that sometimes makes him feel like he is living two completely different lives. The pressure from his family is not only about expectations for the future, but also about the fear of the family's honor and image in the eyes of the community. Lucas and Logan know that if their relationship is exposed, it will not only affect them but also their family and the people they love. This makes both of them live in a constant state of tension, anxiety, and the feeling of being on the brink of a big storm that can hit at any time. Every time they see each other, their love and bond deepens. But along with that comes anxiety, sleepless nights, and silent conversations about the future. They know they can't live in the dark forever, but they also don't dare to imagine the prospect of when the light of truth shines through. In their private moments, when they are alone together, Lucas and Logan find comfort and encouragement in the love they have for each other. They try to create beautiful memories, take long trips to temporarily forget the pressures of everyday life. But even in their happiest moments, the shadow of family pressure always lurks, like a reminder that everything can collapse at any moment if they are not careful. Lucas and Logan know that their love is not just a relationship, but a silent battle, where they have to confront not only the prejudices of society, but also the harsh expectations of their own families. Even though the road ahead is full of thorns, they understand that there is no turning back. This love, despite the many challenges it must overcome, is still the thing they cherish most, a flame that they are willing to protect to the end, no matter the cost. But just as their relationship seemed to be solidifying, Jordan, a mutual friend, suddenly entered their lives with an irresistible pull. Jordan, with his confidence and charismatic ability to connect, had long been an indispensable part of the close-knit group. However, recently his presence had crossed the usual boundaries, sowing the seeds of tension that Lucas and Logan had never expected. At first, Lucas didn't mind the closeness between Logan and Jordan. He understood that Logan was outgoing, easily making friends and maintaining social relationships. But this comfort began to fade when Logan began to decline regular plans with Lucas to spend time with Jordan. There were nights in particular when Lucas wasn't invited to join them, when the three of them used to hang out together. Concern gradually took hold of Lucas's mind, especially when he realized that his conversations with Logan had become short and bland. Sometimes, Lucas would even see Logan texting Jordan while they were together, making him feel ignored. The relationship between Lucas and Logan, though deep and built on a foundation of love and trust, begins to face challenges when Jordan, their mutual friend, gradually becomes a disruptive factor. Jordan, with his charm and strength, has always been a part of the group of friends, but recently he has appeared in Lucas and Logan's lives in a more subtle way. Lucas cannot ignore the fact that Jordan suddenly appears at every important event for Logan without his presence. Remarkably, Logan does not find anything unusual, and is even excited about this new relationship. One day, when Lucas unexpectedly comes home early from work, he finds Logan and Jordan sitting and chatting intimately in a familiar cafe that was previously a place reserved for just the two of them. The two laugh and talk with a comfort that Lucas has not felt for a long time. Jealousy and hurt begin to swirl inside him. Logan has always been an extrovert, always looking for new things. But leaving Lucas to be more attached to Jordan makes Lucas feel like he's the extra one in his own relationship. The tension grew as Logan began to talk more about Jordan. Over dinner, Logan's stories were filled with Jordan meetings, private outings and deep conversations. Lucas, sitting next to him, felt pushed away. One time, Logan told him with a bright smile that Jordan had shared a creative idea that Logan really liked, something Lucas had never heard before. Lucas wasn't a jealous person, but when Logan started keeping his plans a secret, Lucas felt things were getting out of hand. The closeness between Logan and Jordan became more apparent when Lucas accidentally saw Jordan and Logan on private dates. And there were times when Logan declined Lucas's invitation, citing work commitments, only to find out later that Logan had actually spent that time seeing Jordan. One evening, when Lucas decided to ask Logan directly about the changes, Logan didn't realize that he had hurt Lucas. "We're just friends," Logan said innocently. But the way he talked about Jordan, with undisguised excitement, made Lucas unable to ignore it. Logan's excitement about private outings, about long conversations with Jordan, made Lucas feel like an outsider in his own relationship. He felt like he was losing his special place in Logan's heart, and that really bothered Lucas. On lonely nights, Lucas began to wonder if his relationship with Logan was still intact. Every time he saw Logan and Jordan, whether it was through photos on social media or by chance encounters, the pain and insecurity in Lucas only grew. Gradually, Lucas begins to feel drawn to Jordan, not because of his charm, but because of his curiosity and desire to better understand the attraction Jordan has for Logan. He begins to approach Jordan, at first just casual meetings as before, but gradually they become more personal. Lucas tries to find answers in Jordan for the changes in his relationship with Logan, but he finds himself caught up in the same emotional vortex that Logan is experiencing. Jordan, noticing the change in both Lucas and Logan's attitudes, begins to take advantage of it. He's not exactly the one who causes the disturbance, but Jordan can't help but feel excited when he finds himself at the center of this tense relationship. Jordan begins to play a subtle game where he probes both Lucas and Logan's emotions, enjoying the attention from both without fully committing to either. A triangle begins to form from there, slowly but surely. Logan continues to see Jordan, enjoying the new feeling he brings, while Lucas slowly falls deeper into Jordan's charms. Knowing that it could destroy his relationship with Logan, all three, though unspoken, notice this change, but none of them are willing to be the first to stop. The tension between Lucas and Logan escalates as they both feel like they are losing their connection to each other, while Jordan seems to be the only thing they have in common. Each time they meet, both Lucas and Logan try to hide their jealousy and anxiety, but it only adds to the suffocation in their relationship. Jordan, the middleman, begins to find himself holding more power than he ever imagined. His private encounters with each of them become a thrilling game, where he probes and tests their emotions, knowing that his every move could change the entire situation. This triangle is no longer a simple situation, it has become a complex spiral of betrayal, jealousy, and possessiveness, where each feels trapped, but no one has the courage to stop. These conflicting emotions constantly push the three into more and more tense situations, and sooner or later, an inevitable explosion will occur, forcing them into decisions and consequences that no one could have foreseen. The triangle between Lucas, Logan, and Jordan gradually escalates, turning into a tense struggle between love, jealousy, and greed. Long suppressed emotions finally burst forth, sending all three into a situation of no return. Logan, who had been the bridge between Lucas and Jordan, began to feel the weight of his decisions. With each passing day, Logan realized more clearly that the relationship could not continue like this. The tension between him and Lucas became too great to ignore. The arguments, the hidden criticism, and the suffocation whenever the three of them were together were all signs of an inevitable breakup. Logan was torn between his true feelings for Lucas and the irresistible attraction to Jordan. But with each encounter with Jordan, Logan felt more and more like he was betraying the person he loved the most. This internal conflict gradually became an unbearable burden, making Logan unstable and irritable. He began to avoid Lucas more and more, spending more time with Jordan, as if he was trying to find an escape from his complicated emotions. Lucas, despite his best efforts to maintain his relationship with Logan, cannot help but notice the obvious change. He feels like he is losing his lover, and it makes Lucas desperate. He knows Logan still has feelings for him, but Jordan has become too much of a hindrance. Jealousy and anxiety make Lucas increasingly suspicious and try to control Logan, which only makes the situation more tense. Every time Logan returns from seeing Jordan, Lucas cannot help but ask questions, cannot stop imagining what could have happened between them. This insecurity gradually erodes the trust Lucas once had in their relationship. Jordan, who once enjoyed his game, begins to realize that things are going too far. He is no longer just a bystander enjoying the tension between Lucas and Logan, he is becoming a part of it. And that makes Jordan feel trapped. Jordan begins to feel pressure from both sides. Logan wants more from him, while Lucas keeps pressing for Jordan's true feelings. The game that Jordan once controlled has now become a spiral from which he can't escape, and he begins to feel suffocated. This tension finally comes to a head one fateful evening. Logan, after a heated argument with Lucas about seeing Jordan, leaves the house in a rage. He seeks out Jordan, the only person he feels can understand and accept him at this point. However, when Logan arrives at Jordan's house, he is surprised to find Lucas already there, sitting with Jordan, the two clearly having an intense conversation. Logan feels betrayed by both of his romantic partners. He cannot bear to see Lucas and Jordan together, when in his mind they can only be rivals. Anger erupts, and a three-way confrontation ensues, with bitter words exchanged and long-suppressed emotions unleashed. Logan accuses Lucas of destroying their relationship with jealousy and control, while Lucas blames Logan for putting him in this situation by trying to play with their feelings. Jordan, no longer patient enough to remain neutral, also got caught up in the argument, defending himself and simultaneously criticizing both for letting things get out of control. The confrontation became more intense, as the words became more and more harsh and painful. In that moment, all the emotions that had been suppressed for so long rose up, and no one could hold back. Anger, jealousy, and feelings of betrayal mixed together, pushing all three into an uncontrollable conflict. Jordan, realizing that he could no longer control the situation, decided to retreat, but that only made the situation worse. In a moment of emotional explosion, Logan, in a fit of anger and loss of control, committed an act of violence that no one expected. The consequences were a reversible tragedy. The blow that Logan threw, born of suppressed anger, caused Lucas to fall, hit his head on the corner of the table, and lose consciousness. In that moment, as Lucas lay motionless on the floor, time seemed to stop. Panic enveloped Logan and Jordan as they realized that they had crossed the line from which no one could return. Jordan, in a panic, rushed to check on Lucas, but it was too late. Lucas was unresponsive, and that left both Logan and Jordan in a state of fear and guilt. They didn't know what to do, didn't know how to fix this terrible mistake. The three-way relationship, already filled with tension and conflict, now ended in an irreparable tragedy. This tragedy not only destroyed the relationship between Lucas and Logan, but also left deep wounds that would never heal. Logan, in a panic, not only lost his lover but also lost himself. Jordan, who once thought he could control everything, now had to face the terrible truth that he was also a part of this tragedy.